What up? What up? What up? It's going down, baby. Friday night. No, I'm sorry. Tuesday night. Feel like Friday because it might be Friday the 13th. It might be Elm Street. It might be I don't even know where the hell BeetleJuice live at, but it's somewhere where ugly people live, and that's what's going on tonight, baby. We might have some ugly trades. We might have some good ones. At the end of the day, just know it's going down here at the South Harmon Vibes channel, man. It's time to bring it through. If you got some trades, you want to talk business or you want to talk shop, or you just want to have a good damn time, baby, because we're going to have one tonight. It is Halloween week. We ain't got candy, so don't knock on the damn door. But as you can see, my boy Rock is in full character tonight. Rock. Oh, no, I'm sorry. This is not Rock.
Who is Rock?
I don't know.
Who is that? That's not my name, but I know what you're all thinking. Damn, I didn't think a ghost could look so damn sexy. But I'm the ghoul with the cool, and to all the ladies out there, yes, I'm hexed and ready to possess. So what's cooking? Good looking. I'm excited to be here. I'm all about possessing and impressing. That's the game with me. So yeah, let's get into this. I have no idea what we're doing. I just got summoned here. I don't even know what this show is about. I'm here.
I can't take you out of character. Keep going, bro.
Well, I got more, but I don't want to spend it all right now. I'm hell-bent and well spent. So why don't you all take a seat? Don't mind the mess. The maid is out. Just a little bit earlier, the Underworld Digest was over. Here shooting my subterranean bachelor pad. A few centuries worth of renovations have gone into this place today. I can tell you this, Kruger. Going down to hell to get those permits is such a huge pain in the ass. I tell you what. So you guys might be familiar with my brother, Juice. He's my half-brother from another creature. Same demon father. His mother was a succubus. My mother was a goblin. So bless her heart. So, but yeah, I'm excited for this show.
Me too.
Whatever we're getting into.
Me too, my brother. And I know you were down in hell, but
what the hell? What the hell?
What the hell is going on up in here, man? We glad to be up in here, though. We gotta have a good time, man. Hopefully y'all bring the good vibes. As you can see, we came with the good vibes, baby. And ultimately, outside of the theme for the night, man, we here to help y'all out, man. Bring us your questions, even if it's the trade show. So we're going to try to help you contending teams get to the championship, win the gold, win the money, so you can spend it on us, man. Hook us up. But until then, baby, let's get you to where you need to be, man. So we're going to turn those nightmares into dreams and hopefully get your ass off Elm Street, because I'm renovating over there, man. As you can see, Rock just said he got the commenter. He went down the hill. He done met the people. He done got his half brother Juice to squeeze a little bit more out, man, in the cup. And we going to get it started, baby. So, Rock, man, I keep saying Rock, bro. What is your name is not Rock tonight? Who are you tonight, my brother?
Well, here's the thing. I don't like saying my name and summoning myself. You know, I like to be wanted, Freddie. I don't want to invite myself to the party. I want to receive the invitation to the ritual from you. My name is down there. I'm not going to play charades. That's not my game. But that's it right there down below. So if you want to say my name, just say it once, say it twice, third time's the charm. But if you do that, I'm going to go to another whole different dimension. So don't say my name three times, please.
I won't.
If you just want to say my name for short, just say that last part of my name. You can just call me Meat for short. There you go.
Man, I don't know about a beetle meat, but that's my first and maybe last time to get it in, man. I don't know. I got to find out. Maybe at the end, I might say it the third time and get your ass up out of here, man. But as we did start this show, you do know my boy does bring the research. He does have a whole list, a whole vibe of things that he go through, all the different strategies. Rock, man, I want to introduce what we going through the night, what we're going to bring to the people. And I don't want to say your other name because I don't want you to leave this spot, brother. So I'm going to call you Rock for now until I feel like give you up out of here.
Just call me Meat. You just call me M, or you can call me B, whatever you want to do.
We're going to call you Big B's, baby. Big B's. We're going to hook it up just like that, big dog. But give us a little bit of this strategy of what we're getting into, how we can help these people out, get them to the goal, get them to the promised land, and, hey, turn them nightmares into dreams, big dog.
Well, before I start to give my process, let me just ask the good people here. Is your team trapped in roster hell? Is your league as lively as a cemetery? Does your trade inbox make you want to walk into traffic? Are you tired of getting fucked 6 ways on Sundays with injuries? Well, this is the video for you tonight. We are talking all about contending. Yes, sir. We got Konami QBs. We got dual threat RBs. We got alpha wide receivers. And that's it, folks. There's no other positions other than those 3. You name it, we got it. So put down the bleach and stop talking to your inbred league mates who constantly are trying to swindle you. But we appreciate you. If you could just do us a huge favor, if you can like and subscribe to this video, to this channel, share this with your girlfriend, share it with your wife. It doesn't matter, but leave your granny out. I've seen enough corpses in my lifetime. I don't need them subscribing to this channel. So why don't we get into this? Do you have any questions before we get into contending? Mr. Kruger, what do you think of when you think of contending? What does a contending roster look like to you?
Well, it's him, Kruger, myself, big dog. I like to think of myself as him. As you can see, the football in the middle is from that movie, and that dude made a lot of sacrifices out here, man. That's what tonight is about, sacrificing. What are you willing to give up to get to where you need to be, man? If you're a contending team, you got to ask yourself, what am I willing to give up to be that team, to be him, to ultimately win this league? And when I think of a contender, I look at a team that's saying, I don't care about 2026. I don't care about 2027. I don't care about 2028. I'm trying to win this thing right now and pay for my leagues for the next 3 years with this money that I'm going to be spending. So if I'm a contender, if I'm locking in, draft picks are relevant, baby picks are relevant, and even the mid picks are relevant. So if I got me a guy that's on the fence, I'm a RJ Harvey guy away, and I'm like, he had a good game against the Cowboys, but I don't believe it's going to continue. I'm going to find me somebody that want him. If I got me I don't want to go too far in the depths of hell because I'm not throwing away my gold, but I'm just saying when you got these guys from this class, let's just say that you just got, and you know, you can see the promise. You feel it coming, but you ain't got time to be waiting. That's what I think of a contender team, to just get rid of what you just bet on, re-roll it, and let's try to win the gold, baby, because that's what it's all about. And, hey, if I lose, I got to live with the decision. But at the end of the day, I made it. So when that comes to a contending team, what are you willing to give up to get what you need, man? That's what it's about.
And sometimes you have to sacrifice it all. Sometimes you have to sacrifice your firstborn child, do whatever it takes to, win that championship at the very end. I did come across some ancient writings from this man named T-Rock that had to do with contending. Here are some of the things that he says. He sounds like a very smart man. 278 trades in one of these research projects he did across 9 leagues. Jesus, that is way too much time that he has on his hand. He looked at 556 different managers. Now, regardless of the round, here are the takeaways from his thing. Regardless of the round, next year's draft picks were by far the most commonly traded amongst all these different assets. Mr. Him, elite wide receivers and QBs, they apparently are the hardest to come by. You're going to have to sacrifice a lot of goats in order to get those players on your team.
You're damn right.
The top 4 negotiators are responsible on average for 60.9 of all trades, 60.9% of all trades. So that means that with the other, 8 negotiators that you have in your league, don't even mess with them. Don't even bother with them. Just go with the top 4. The most popular time to trade is before the fantasy trade deadline and during the fantasy playoffs, accounting for a whopping 40.78% of trades, with an average of 12.44 deals being completed during this time frame. So, the fantasy trade deadline, the fantasy playoffs, that's not too far away. The time is not. So it's right around the corner. And the last little part I have with this first section, selling picks. Hold on to your picks, guys, until later on in the season as a contender. You will get the best deals from rebuilders as they get more desperate to accumulate their draft capital. So what do you think of some of those things, Him?
Well, I will say this right here, Big B. I'm going to say this, man. First of all, if you have a trade deadline, leave your league. That's number one. All right, we don't need no damn trade deadlines. If you're in a redraft league, you won't even be trading picks. So we talking dynasty. You don't trade. I mean, you don't need a trade deadline, man. For what? This doesn't help anybody. It damn sure takes away from everybody trying to win. All the losers that are trying to come up off of rich people, all the poor people at the bottom trying to come off the rich people. You can't make no money having a trade deadline. So get rid of that. That's my number one thing.
Trade deadline is like putting hours at the bar. You know, it's just like, I don't want to go home. I want the fun to continue from here to all of eternity. So if you put a trade deadline on there, that means that you are putting a cap on the amount of fun that I have. And I don't like that, man. I don't like that whatsoever. Please continue.
I'm with you, big dog. And this is why I'm saying it, right? Because the rich people stay rich and the poor can't get rich, man. If you put a cap on my cap, man. So please eliminate trade deadlines. That's number one. Number two, everything that you said, I do like what you said. And when I brought up selling your picks, I wasn't saying what date and what time. And you hit it around the money when you said, don't trade them now. Wait till playoff time. Because we got this coming up. I'm gonna spill the beans, bro. I'm gonna spill the beans. You got this coming up. We breaking down tight end trades, receiver trades, quarterback trades, running back trades. But we all know, like me and you always talk about, especially when you trade for running backs, you want to wait till the last minute to trade for them guys, man. Because we talked about Bijan Robinson. Not saying that he won't be Bijan Robinson, but the price you paid for Bijan a week ago might have went down just a little bit after that 25-yard game he just put up this week. So
it went from $10,000 to $9,999.99.
And every dollar counts. So I'm just saying that to say, hold out on them running backs, man. The CMC value, everybody's value can drop. It can get better, get lower. But when it comes to selling those picks, definitely wait until closer to the playoff time, unless it's a steal on wheel. You got to go get it. But definitely get rid of those trade deadlines, save those trade picks, or save trading your picks until later on when it's playoff time, because the injuries are out the way, the bye weeks are out the way. Now it's time to lock in, get focused, and go get this money, man, because you don't want to bet your future all on week 9, and then by week 10, 3 of them players you traded for are hurt, gone for the season. You're done for the next 3 years. So that's really the number one thing. Timing and getting rid of that damn trade deadline, bro.
Well, I got oodles of time, Mr. Himothy. So
here's you've been living for a long time, brother. So I've never seen you die. So go ahead, continue.
I've been here for a long time and a good time, Mr. Himothy. So here's some more key takeaways for trading. Trade and fab. No one ever thinks about that, but that remains the most underrated asset to trade for. Only 0.36% of trades in average leagues have to do with fab. Managers, they don't want to roll out of bed for players worth less than a second. I can't tell me how many times I look at a trade offer and I'm like, ooh, this one's going to be a good one. Ooh la la. Oh shit, it's Tyler Huntley for a 4th. Man, get that shit out of here. No one cares about that. You need to get their juices flowing with those top 35 ranked players. So who gives a shit about any of those players worth a 4th? Leave all that shit at the door. Elite QBs and wide receivers are worth their weight in value insulation. So load up on those extra bench QBs not named Andy Dalton. Holy shit, he's got a special place in hell for him waiting in the afterlife. If you can't get a deal done with one of the top 5 traders, we already talked about this, your chances of getting a deal are zilch. Nothing. Nada. It ain't gonna happen. Don't stay up all night trying to go back and forth between OnlyFans and your phone, all right? It's just not gonna work out. The biggest takeaway, however, from Rock's research should be 60% of the chance that any player you trade for could lose value. And depending on the type of player, it can be a significant amount of value. So 60% of the players that you trade for will go to a much lower value than what you traded them for. So hopefully you're okay with that. Hopefully you're not just trading based off a keep trade cut. Hopefully you're basing it on how you think of the player. Yeah. Isn't that a novel thing, Mr. Him? Do you like the player or not? Maybe 100%. You shouldn't be trading for guys just because of some fucking number on keep trade cut.
Yeah.
So what do you think of some of those things?
Well, number one, because we are going to get into the show, but I will just say my biggest thing when it comes to that, I like what you just said, getting guys that you want, but also when you thinking about making trades, don't be that guy that's in the league that nobody likes. Be the likable guy. Be the one that send good offers in the beginning, because later on, when you looking for somebody to help you on this run, if you that asshole is in the league that nobody doesn't like you, they will not help you win. Okay, so keep a good rep in your league. Make sure you keep it solid with your people, and you might catch somebody to say, you know what, bro, I ain't winning, and I'd rather you win. Let me hook you up right quick. We're gonna make a good deal that's gonna make sense for both of us. But ultimately, I don't mind you winning. But if you that guy in that league that nobody can stand, the one that they can't wait to get up out of here, you ain't gonna get no love, man, for your trade. So always keep a good face card in your leagues, man. Always.
Well, you know, Rock did start off his article by saying that reputation is the most important commodity.
For sure.
But here's the thing. Me, personally, I'm all about haunting, taunting, and flaunting. So if you can't get along with me, you can't have any of my players. So stay ghastly and classy. That's what I'm all about. So, but yeah, absolutely. I want to know, what are the hardest things when it comes to contending? Let's get some of these questions going. That's all the data that I have, or at least that Rock had. Maybe we should get some questions in here. So what do you think? Maybe a good question is, what's the most difficult thing about contending? What's the hardest thing? What are the biggest obstacles that you have to go through, him?
Well, I'm going to say this one, bro. Before I answer that question, man, I wanted to get at the people, because we didn't give the people a shout out. And you know, when they at the door asking and knocking for trick-or-treating for candy, man.
Oh, there's people here watching? I didn't know that. I thought it was just you and me, man. Holy shit.
Hell nah, man. What the hell? They up in the building, baby. So we will say what's good to the good people, man. Give them some tricks for these tricks that we about to sell them. And let's see what's popping up in here, man. Who we got up in here? My boy Jake. He was up in here. He probably still up in here. We know how it is, man. We got my boy Sequence in the building, man. Geist in the building. Patty Mills in the building. Who else we got? Big B's, man. We got Brian is up in the building, man. Shout out to him. We definitely will hook y'all up, man. Drop them questions. Any trade questions you got, any format, we gonna hook it up. My boy Voorhees up in here. Pop's up in here, and he still want to know the same question. So Pops, we gonna hook you up. See how you can flip that doo-doo in the gold, man. That's what we're going to try to do.
He's going to be asking that question from here till eternity. What do I do with A.J. Brown? A.J. Brown will be dust in the ground, and he's still going to be asking, what do I do with A.J. Brown?
I ain't going to know what to do with A.J. Brown, man. We got Young Marley in the building for sure, man. We're going to go ahead and hook it up, man. So any questions y'all have, go ahead and drop them. And if you don't got none, we got strategies for you, baby. So it's all good either way. We're going to figure it out, but we're going to have us a good time. That ain't no question. And to answer your question, though, Rock, when you said, what is the hardest part about being a contender? Is that what you said?
I think so. Sometimes my memory goes in and out. I don't remember the last thing I usually said.
I'm sorry, but I asked Rock. So let me ask Big B. I'm going to say this. I think it was something based on, you know, my brain is fried, man. I've been going up against Jason probably every other weekend, man. And the dude, he done put me in the
guy is a big motherfucker. Holy
he done put me in the lake, man. Where my boy Mr. Voorhees at, man? Because
and he's really into hockey too. I'm more of a football fan myself. That guy really loves hockey. But yes, what's the hardest thing to be able to overcome when it comes to being a contender? How do you get that championship? What are all those demons and ghouls that get in the way of that?
Well, I just say this. The number one thing is trusting yourself to be able to win it, because you got to swallow your pride if you don't, right? I always say in a lot of leagues, people end up with orphan league teams because people sell, try to win this championship, and they gave away the future. And now all of a sudden they want to quit the league. They want to leave us all of a sudden because it ain't looking good. You do have some people that respectfully keep their team in good shape before they leave, but that's not always the case, right? So if you're going to be a contender and try to chase this championship, you betting it all on the line in 1 year, you better make sure you can live with that decision that you just made, because it might take you 2-3 years to get this ship back in the ocean, man. And it might not float the way you want it to float. So that's my biggest thing as a contender.
You'll float too. Oh man, I love that. Yeah.
There we go, baby. That's my way as a contender, man, to just say, if I'm gonna go all the way, I'm gonna go all the way, man. It ain't no backing out of this. You know what I'm saying? I put myself in this corner. We gotta ride this thing out, baby. So let's build this ship and keep it floating. And hopefully we hit the ocean. If not, we in Crystal Lake, and it ain't gonna be looking great, Rock. So you know what I'm saying? Let's get it together, Big B's. What you think about with being a contender? And then I think we got one question. If not, I have some players that I want to bring up. One of them might be one of Pop's players, man. Hook it up, Rock.
Well, contending is easy. When you have good players and you have all your picks, it is very, very difficult when first year you go in and you fuck it all up because you go up against some scrub that has 40-point game and then some old ass player like Joe Flacco who decides to throw 4 touchdowns, and it fucks everything up. You went all in, and you went in all too damn early. You bet on Cam Scatterbo. You bet on Malik Neighbors. You just bet on the Giants. That's the problem. You bet on the Giants. You bet on the Jets. You bet on the players that you like, and they just fuck everything up. They screw everything up. They get hurt. They get killed. So that is very, very tough. But outside of that, I think the biggest issue when it comes to contending is you just get in the way of yourself.
Yeah.
You know, like I have lots of demons and voices in my head all the time telling me, hey, I think this is going to be Anthony Richardson's year. Or you're going to be like, oh, maybe Russell Wilson can have the job for the entire year. They're going to sit Jackson Dart. You have all these narratives, all these lies. And I know a lot about lying. I know how to spot them because that's all I do all the damn time. And all these things. And people go all in way too damn early to try to build these championships and during the off season. Mm-hmm. And the best thing to do is to wait till the very, very last moment. So if your team is not top 3 or 4, I'm sorry about it, guys. But you're not going to be able to move heaven and earth to be able to get that championship. It's not going to happen for you. You either have the championship now already on your roster, and you're not going to be able to trade for it. The only thing you can do at this point is maybe make a couple of trades to ensure that championship. Sure. But very, very rarely, and all the research that T-Rock did, people make a trade and be able to win a championship based off of that trade. And all those trades were done at the very, very end of the season. So stop fucking up your rosters. Maybe it's best to uninstall your app and not look at it until Thursday and Sunday. Set your lineups then. But until then, maybe pick up a hobby. Maybe go outside. Maybe, talk to that woman or man that you live with. I don't discriminate or anything like that. Whatever you want to do in the privacy of your own home, that's completely fine with me. I don't give a shit. But whatever you want to do, however you want to spend your time, maybe do some of those things and stop torturing yourself all damn week, staying up all damn night, thinking about how to fix your rosters. They're fucked. All right. They're probably screwed up. You're not going to win the championship. Only one person is going to be able to do it at the end of the year. Leave the torturing to me. That's what I do. That's what you do. Leave that to us. The rest of you guys, just try to, maybe go outside and touch some grass. How about that?
Hey, man. Kiss the grass if you have to, but do what you got to do, baby. I do say shout out my boy Joey Cheese Sticks is in the building. Rob, we got a couple of questions. We will get to him. Young Marley brought this up, and I do want to say the most difficult thing, what he said was the most difficult thing is playing with redraft people in Dynasty leagues. And I will just say my boy Big B, he will holler at T-Rock on this one, but I will say we always talk about this. Most people play Dynasty like it's a redraft, right? What's the favorite line that we always hit? I think we had a show about this, right? Dynasty dreams, redraft realities, brother. Dynasty dreams, redraft realities. Everybody want to build a dynasty until week 9, and they realize, man, I don't feel like waiting for next year no more. I'm trying to hurry up and win it now. It's redraft time, and that's usually how it goes in a lot of times. In a lot of leagues, you might have 4 teams that know it's over with. Man, I'm getting rid of everybody. Give me your picks. Then you got the other ones that saying, man, I ain't got time to be waiting for no 27, 20. I'm going for it all. And that's mostly how it works. So dynasty dreams, redraft realities is usually how it works, man.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure those redrafters, I'm pretty sure they're men who like to fold laundry, him, and whose wives make more money than they do. So that is a certain type of man that doesn't like to make any type of risks in life. They just always like to stay safe. And those are the 80% of your league that aren't going to move the needle. Don't waste your time with those people. You have to be able to spend your time with people who are just as crazy as you, who are like-minded like you, who are willing to do those blockbuster deals, who don't give a shit and are able to take that team over the top and whatever it means to be able to win that championship, whatever it takes in order to do that. So that's what I think about that.
There we go. Well, I will say this. Shout out to Geis, man. He said he traded Travion Henderson, Caleb Johnson for real running backs like James Cook and Tyron Tracy, man. So even without Tracy, I don't even know how you got Tracy in the deal, but to give both of them for James Cook, man, is crazy work. That's hell on earth. I don't know how that even happened, brother, but lightning struck, and you landed on top on that one, man. So shout out to my boy Geis for flexing on us, because that was a big flex, man.
He's Xing and flexing. That's for damn sure. Getting that deal.
Damn sure. Rock, hook us up, man. Pops need to hook up. Holla if you hear him. We gonna hook him up, man, because we got Doodle Brown here in the Batman helmet. He needs to save somebody. He's a villain. I don't know if he's a villain or superhero at this point. Hook him up, man. What we doing with AJ Brown, bro? Give us some plays. I mean, some real strategies, some real players to offer. He had a blow-up game a week ago, and then he had a injury this week. Where we at with AJ Brown, man? How can we get rid of this dude off our dynasty teams, bro?
Well, let's first see if he is worth getting rid of compared to all the players that are going around him. So let's go bring up the Necronomicon, the Keep Trade Cut Dynasty rankings. Let's see where AJ Brown, where he is ranked. Well, he's on the first page, so let's keep going.
Damn, he ain't on the first page no more? Sheesh.
He ain't a top 50 player. Oh, wait one second. Oh, here he is. He's at 59. He's right after Cam Scatterbo, who we're not going to see until 2027. All right, looking pretty good. He is after a 2028 early first. Okay, he's after Brock Purdy. Tucker Kraft. Okay, CJ Stroud. All right, he is ahead of Travis Hunter, Daniel Jones. Holy shit, Daniel Jones is super up high. Crazy. Man, he had to have made a deal with the devil to get out of the depths that he was in New York City. Oh my God, Daniel Jones is the 60th overall player in super.
He's in Indianapolis with the corn. He might be a children of the corn for all I know. It's going crazy over there, man.
He is. All he needs is the yellow eyes, the white hair, and he's got the whole look going for him. He's ahead. Okay, this is AJ Brown. He's ahead of Travis Hunter, Sam Laporta, T. Higgins, Jared Goff. All right, this is what you do. If you don't like AJ Brown, here are some guys who I do like. I like Jared Goff, who is below him. I like Devontae Smith, who's below him. You could trade if you like Travion Henderson. I think he's got the juice. Let's see what shakes loose. It already started in the past week against the Cleveland Browns. We saw a little snippet of it. Maybe it will be a little bit better moving forward, or maybe it's going to be the eternal hellscape of the committee with him and the Rhino, just constantly nipping at each other's heels. Yeah. It's going to be awful. If you want that experience, that roller coaster, maybe go for him. You got Xavier Worthy below him. But that would be trading a number 1 for a number 2 wide receiver, because Rashee Rice is back unless he fucks up and goes into the penitentiary hell for the next 5 years, because that's what he is. He's on probation, federal probation for the next 5 years.
Yeah.
Maybe you go for.
He's gonna be hanging with good old him Kruger over here in Kansas City, baby. We're gonna take care of my boy Rice. All right, the Rice won't be overcooked, man. We got him for the next 5 years. Don't worry.
As far as strategy goes, whenever you have an asset like AJ Brown who isn't doing what you want them to be doing, you have to trade for a different position. That's why I was naming those RBs and those QBs. Because when you go cross-positionally, people don't know how to equate AJ Brown with Jared Goff. It's a lot easier to say AJ Brown with Travis Hunter, AJ Brown with his teammate Devontae Smith. But that would be my number one thing. You want to get rid of AJ Brown? Go to another position. Go to Tucker Kraft. Go to not Daniel Jones. I don't know about Jared Goff, and or go to Travion Henderson. That's what I would do. And yeah,
I like that. I like that. And Pops is actually in a rebuild, so it's even better, right? Get some picks on top of that Travion Henderson, Pops. Hook it up, man. Hug it up, man. I like that strategy though, bro. Don't cross the same position, right? Just switch positions. Sometimes that's what you need to do. No Diddy on that one, but we ain't switching positions on this one. But it just say you switch positions on your rosters. All right, baby, all right, because it ain't going down over here. All right, so
I got all the positions all covered here.
There we go, baby. There we go. Let's hook my boy Patty up, man. One time, he asked, you know what, Rob? I've been hooking it up, man. Where we at? I got some Myles Garrett up in here, baby. Why not, right? He said, #1 ranked team, but 3rd overall with Lamar, JD, Dart. He got Rashee Rice, St. Brown, Rome, Pittman, Kittle, Kelsey. Only have Henry, Chuba, Algier at running back. 14 team, you know, Patty always in. He got 32 team league or somewhere sitting somewhere. 14 team, super flex star 9. Should he sell Dart to try to get an RB and add the Chuba? And if he sold Dart, he would still have Lamar and JD5. But it's a super flex league, Rock. So it might have been the same league we talked about last week for Patty. But what you think about this one? Actually, we did, because I remember speaking on Lamar and JD, and he was trying to move one. What you think about this one, though, Rock? Oh, my boy Big B. I'm sorry, Big B.
Well, this is what I would do. I would wait at least a month before Rock and Fizz come out with their series on buying at each position. They're starting off with the tight ends. That's going to come out soon. Then it's going to go QBs. Then it's going to go wide receivers. And last but not least, it's going to be RBs. So you want to wait until that point in time before you trade for an RB. And you're going to want to pay very close attention to see where all the rest of these players that you just named, where they're at in the pecking order. Now, if say, like, for some reason, Pittman isn't ranked very high, but he's got high dynasty value, maybe that's someone that you want to go off of. Maybe Kittle, maybe that's someone that's not going to be healthy at the end of the season. Maybe you want to move off of him. Chuba Hubbard is basically the 1B. So if you want to try to move him, no one wants to buy him. You're not going to get shit back for him as far as that goes. So you do have a very tough looking RB position.
Very hard to look at, brother. Very hard to look at.
It's very tough, but that's why I'm here to help. Yeah. And I can't help you out. It's just going to take a little bit of time. I got to be able to move in. I got to be able to, make sure that you keep fresh towels and fruit always ready for me. And then be able, after that, I can help you with your roster. But it's going to take me at least a month of getting myself situated in your quarters before I can fix your team. So just wait a month, see where these players on your team, where they rank. But I don't want to do anything right now, because if we try to do something right now and it fucks up, because you still have at least 9 more. What is it? Fizz, we're going into week 9.
Week 9.
How many weeks left do we have of this championship game? We got like
playoffs. You go week 15 these days, right?
Yeah. About week 15, if I do recollect.
That week 18, man, that they added, man, changed the game up for us, brother. I remember when we had 17, and now they got bye weeks on week 14. Like, what the hell is going on up in here, man? I don't understand what the hell NFL got going on. But, Patty, I will just say, looking at your team, I'm definitely not trading Dart for a running back. Just not worth it, because if Lamar go back down again with an injury, Jaden Daniels still ain't healthy. I mean, it could come to a point where the Commanders might not win enough games to keep having him go out there, right? If Commanders lose a couple more games, why would I risk Jaden Daniels with a knee injury for coming in the next year? So Dart might actually end up being one of your starters. So I wouldn't move Dart for a running back right now, bro. If I had to move someone after that big game Michael Pittman just had, that might be the one I would look to move if I had to just pick some person on this team to move for a running back. But I wouldn't be chasing it right now. I would just say Michael Pittman over Jackson Dart 100% if I had to sell anybody, especially off of a big game that he just had this week But Jackson Dart, man, no way I'm trading for a running back, brother. Can't do it.
Did anyone think there was any life left to Tyrone Tracy? Did anyone think there was any life left in Isaiah Davis? Did anyone think there was any life left in DeAndre Swift? I say this all to say because by the end of the season, there might be 5 or 6 more names that we don't think of at the RB position that ain't going to cost you an arm and a leg. And it's tough giving up all those different parts of your body.
And you know what's even more crazy? Ain't no telling if Chuba Hubbard might be right back the way he was before the injury. And give him 2 weeks, anything is possible. So you did the right thing with getting Chuba. He just didn't, he got hurt and things happened, but
he is a Carolina Panther, so that was your first fuck up. You do like to trade for RBs that are on good teams, that are on top 10 offenses. I mean, I don't know much about football, but I know at least that. And you want to trade for guys that are somewhat young, that are not going to be complete zeros next year. So I think those are the biggest keys. So wait a few more weeks and just pray to God. Get on your knees every night being like, please, God, protect Chuba Hubbard, protect Derrick Henry, protect the players that I have right now. I think it's tough having Dart, though, because losing Malik Neighbors, losing Cam Scatterbo, he might be next. It might be him.
Hey,
the Grim Reaper
pull up on Elm Street, baby. He might be up out of here. You know what I'm saying? He better not go to sleep tonight. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, let's hook up. Let's hook up Nitcher, man. He had a good question. Who we taking straight up, Troy Franklin or Juwan Johnson? And the reason why I said it's a good question is because Troy Franklin just had a good game against the Cowboys. But I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I'm ever going to play Troy Franklin with a smile on my face ever in life. I will play Troy Frankenstein before I play Troy Franklin. So I think Juwan Johnson, 100%, you go get him. And we're going to roll with good old JJ out in New Orleans, baby. But Troy Franklin, if you had to start him, you in the depths of hell at this point in this league. And it ain't feeling good. It ain't looking good. You might want to hang it up, man. What you feeling about this one, Big B?
I'd rather get my nuts smashed with a hammer than have to trade for either of these guys. All right, let me just paint this picture for you. All right, do you want a guy who's going to either get you 20 points or 0 points? Because that's how it is trading for any of these Denver wide receivers. The only player I want on the Denver offense is probably Bo Nix. At his price, I don't mind J.K. Dobbins whatsoever. But Troy Franklin, no one wants to trade for him. Certainly no one wants to trade for Marvin Mims. Oh my God. Talk about a guy who absolutely sucks. I understand anyone that likes him. But yeah, outside of that, it's just the Bo Nix offense. That's it. And then Juwan Johnson, well, here's the thing. It was a cute story for the first month of the season. And then out of nowhere, like the Crypt Keeper, he just rose up. It was Taysom Hill out of nowhere. I can't believe that he came back from his injury as fast as he did. I don't know if it's some stem cells or some weird voodoo magic that he has on his knee. But when he came back, Juwan Johnson went to 0. So you don't want that. Kamara could be the entire offense. But here's the thing. It just came out today on the Afterlife press. Tyler Shuck, out of nowhere, is now the starter.
What the
so who knows what this is going to be?
Yeah. What Absolutely. The shuck is going on here, man? I said it was a good question, man. I wasn't trying to be funny, but I will just say, let's just pray, bro. If you got to make this kind of trade, man, we're going to pray for you, brother. All right, that's what we're going to do. I think if I had to just press a button on this trade, maybe he got 50 bench slots and he just need to make a move. Juwan Johnson is the pick, man, if I had to make one, man. All right, hopefully we hooked you up with that one. Man, that's spooky hours right there. You want to talk about
you find some different players? How about
you
that?
You want to talk about a horror film? That's it right there. That's a reel from a horror film, baby. Guys, he has a good one though. This right here is a good one. He said, "What y'all doing with Scatterbo and a contender?" Of course, we just said earlier, Scatterbo, man, ain't looking good for next year at least. Of the 27, would you trade him for Dobbins? Is that or Warren? I'm gonna say Dobbins or Jaylen Warren. Because if it was an sheesh. So I'm guessing it's a or.
I hope it's not an or. I hope it's a both because I want to trade him straight up just for Dobbins and Warren. I mean, it is tough. We're not going to see him anytime soon.
Yeah. So I'm gonna ask you this.
I just don't want to trade a player like
contender. You know, we're talking contenders now. Contender. Yeah. We're talking about locking in these guys. J.K. Dobbins just hit 100 yards twice this season. Jaylen Warren is clearly the 101 on his team at running back. What you gonna do? You sure you gonna hold on to Scatterbo, or you gonna try to win this championship, man?
I want to trade the players that I could get the most for.
Okay.
I'm not going to be able to get the most for Scatterbo. If you want to move off of him, maybe do it a little bit later on. His value is not going to change whatsoever because it's dead now. So if you want to trade for Dobbins and Warren, that's fine. Dobbins will also be dead by the end of the season. It's already been written in the stars. I've already seen that before. And Jaylen Warren, well, I wouldn't be surprised if the entire Pittsburgh offense goes to complete doo-doo dog shit by the end of the season, too. I understand Aaron Rodgers is there, but this is an Arthur Smith-led offense that I don't trust whatsoever. They think that running 3 tight ends is the best way for them to win, and DK Metcalf gets 3 to 4 targets a game, and that's it. So if you want the Jaylen Warren, Kenny Gainwell, and maybe Kalen Johnson experience, and you want the J.K. Dobbins, R.J. Harvey experience, so you want to trade for 2 guys that are getting sliced up and diced up when it comes to their RB committees and their touches, that's fine by me. But if you really want a serious RB, maybe trade someone that has a little bit more value right now, a little bit more appeal than Cam Scatterbo. But if you really want to get off of him, if he says dead weight, you want to kick off the bus before you get to your next stop in the playoffs, just wait a few more weeks. How about that?
Okay. All right. Well, I'll just say, me personally, if it's a Dobbins and Warren, I think I got to do it, man. If it's both, you got to do it. I think it's worth. Warren's not that old. He just signed a contract 2 years. It ain't a long extension. We both know Pittsburgh is trash, so they probably will fold at some point. But the running position is always good when we're talking Arthur Smith. So that's a good thing, right? J.K. Dobbins, unfortunately, skies, we're going to pray on it, man, that he doesn't get hurt again, because we know that inevitably is probably going to happen. So I might sound crazy gambling on moving Scatterbo for 2 guys that probably won't pan out, right? I know I'm taking a wild guess on if that'll work. But I'll just say, guys, man, it's going to make me feel good if JK go out there and get another 100 yards and Jaylen Warren give me 85 to 90. And Scatterbo has got his leg up eating pizza and cheese curls in the bed, man. So I would just say
it's not too bad if you want to trade down. You can definitely do a hell of a lot worse.
Yeah.
I've made a lot worse decisions. I tell you what, we'd be here all night for all the terrible decisions I have made. So you can definitely do a hell of a lot worse. But I will say this, there ain't nothing with waiting for a little bit longer. Maybe that right deal is going to come your way. And maybe, just maybe, add Cam Scatterbo to another player and trade up. You know, sometimes it's better to trade up than trade down.
There we go. I like that. Going up the stairs, baby. Sometimes you go down the stairs, you fall. When you're going up, at least you fall up, man. You don't fall down when you're going up, man. So I like that one. I like that call right there, B. Hopefully he hooks you up with that one, guys, man. Let's hook up my boy Joey, man. Joey Cheesesteaks in the building. He said he got Scatterbo for Chase Brown on a shit squad, but now thinking of moving Scat for Brown on a contender. I like that, man. We got 2 different leagues, 2 different opinions on these. What you think, first of all, for getting Scat for Chase Brown and then coming back and moving Scat for Chase Brown on another league?
Well, I don't like trading for players who I think are one-hit wonders, like Chase Brown.
Well, you talked about that all season, man.
Oh, well, this is my first appearance, but I think you're right. Some other man named T-Rock did.
Yeah.
I think he was right about that. Chase Brown has looked a lot better over the last few weeks, ever since Mr. Elite Joe Flacco has taken over. Things have looked a lot better. But here's the thing. Are those things going to continue? sometimes things look real great at the beginning when everything's fine and dandy. And then by the halfway point of the movie, it becomes a complete horror show. Half the people and all the main characters are dead, and you have to hope that you're a white woman and you survive until the end of the movie. That's it. So Chase Brown, I don't think he is that. And I don't want to be traded for him.
The brothers are the ones that don't survive. But go ahead, man. I know you've been dead for a long time. You probably ain't seen movies, but the brothers usually die first, man.
Well, that's why I said hopefully Chase Brown is a white woman that survives until the end of the movie. I wasn't talking about the brothers. I don't know if you knew this, but I have seen The Exorcist 167 times.
There we go. Okay.
It's getting better every time I see it. So Chase Brown, he is that movie. I don't want to rewatch it. Turn that shit off. I don't want to trade for Chase Brown. Please find somebody else.
I'm with you. Cheese sticks. But I say this. He got scat for Chase Brown. So with the contending side of it, who would you move scat for? I mean, we just talked about this for Jaylen Warren and Dobbins. With this contending team, I like these back-to-back Cam Scatterable questions. Just knowing that you have Scatterable, and actually, man, now that we talking about, let me pop my boy Scat back up, man. Scat Pack is going to be in the back since we keep talking about him. Contender. Once again, what we moving for? Let's go running back, though. I know you say you don't want to cross, but let's just go running back because he said Chase, and let's try to eliminate Chase and get him another running back in the same space.
I don't know if you knew this. There's this man who has resurrected his career down south in Dallas. His name is Javonte Williams. He is below Cam Scatterbo. So
we know, baby. We know. Keep on going. I got you.
Holy shit! That looks like my grandfather right there. Oh my god!
There we go. Keep on going.
So Javonte is not on a contender. Maybe you can get him, wrestle him away a little bit. Let's see who else. Oh, I do see Chase Brown. I see Derrick Henry. Maybe Travis Etienne. Maybe he turns his shit around. It looked good the first month. It's looked bad the last month. Oh my god! I can't believe how high Jaylen Warren is right now. DeAndre Swift might not be too bad. You can get a plus on top of that. Woody Marks, if you want to go rookie to rookie, I think the Woody Marks Express is about to go off. I think it's about to
like that.
And also, too, he can win in both areas of the field when it comes to both rushing and receiving. Let's see how long Nick Chubb's body lasts throughout the season. And then you go into your Rico Dowdles. Then you go into your Jordan Masons. What? Chuba Hubbard's what? And then a whole bunch of bullshit. I think it's going to be better if you don't want to trade for one of those 4 or 5 RBs I just listed. Maybe go cross positionally because I think that is going to be your best bet.
Yeah, but if I had to say one, bro, that Woody Marks is the one. Let's keep it in Texas, baby. I like that move. That's the one I would probably say because by the time Woody Marks really locks in and becomes that RB1, I believe the Texans want him to be or will give him a chance to be. Scatterbo might be trying to get his leg back and still won't be 100% healthy. So I believe that Woody Marks one is a good call, especially for a contender because you don't have to buy too high. You don't have to sell your soul to get him right now. Woody Marks is just low enough that you can hit the mark and keep doing your thing, baby. So I wouldn't say I would love to move the Scat Pack, but if we're going to hit the mark with it, let's go ahead and do it, man. So hopefully, Cheese Sticks, we hooked you up with that one, big dog. And we got my boy, Dr. B, in the building. My Chick-fil-A brother, he is up in the building, baby. He did say that he ain't got no trade going on, but, you know, my boy Eyebrows, Mr. B right here. We got Dr. B and we got my boy Big B, man. Big B just took the shades off because his eyebrows are gone. So we're going to see what's popping with that. He trying to check it out, man. I told him brush his teeth before he showed up. The guy he didn't listen, man. But shout out my boy Dr. B, man. He said ain't no deal without a spicy chicken sandwich. And you know I get the salad, big dog. But we're going to chop it up the way we're going to chop it up. We're going to keep it going. Rock, man. Mr. B, I'm sorry. Big B, Dr. B, all these damn B's coming around here. I'm waiting for the candy man to pop up at this point, all right? Big B, man, we going to get to the next one, though, big dog. And let's see what's good. Where we at with it, man? Anything you going to say before we move to the next one, though?
No, nothing. No whatsoever.
Okay, all right. Let's see what we got, baby. Let's see what we got. We got ATM in the building, man. He said, "What's good? Let's get it." He said, "What the hell is going on with this dude up in here?" I said the same thing when I logged on myself, bro. And why? Damn, bro, I can't even get to my damn graphics. My thing won't move, but at least I can stroll on this side. Do we have? Okay, bet. Well, I don't think I see one right now, so this is a good thing because I wanted to bring up some, and I'm gonna let you. We talking contenders now, right? I know we talked about the strategy. We talking about the guys that's trying to lock in, sell their soul to win this next championship. I got a player for you. We're gonna go big. We're gonna do it big. We're gonna bring up that dude right there. Yes, sir. Getting 19 targets. Are you selling your soul? You know you want to be like him. Him Kruger is in the building. And hey, what are you willing to sell? What are you willing to give up to win it all, baby? We talking number one, the receiver one coming into the league. Maybe he's not one right now, but he can get back there soon. But getting 19 targets a game, you damn sure could be receiver one in any league. Where we at with Jamar Chase, man? You gonna sell your soul to win this championship or what? What we selling? What we giving?
No, the last time I did that was a very bad investment, and I've made quite a few of those bad investments, and I'm trying not to do that.
That's why.
Jamar Chase, usually when you have the top wide receiver in fantasy football, what I like to do is down tier from that. Because here's the thing, the number one wide receiver in football, this year it's Jamar Chase, next year it's Puka Nacua, the year before that it was Justin Jefferson. Hell, who knows? Maybe JSN or Amiko Buka 5 years from now are going to be the wide receiver one. And here's the thing, there ain't much separating each of them when it comes to production, him. There ain't nothing. So whenever you have the number one wide receiver in Dynasty football, the best thing to do is to down tier. There are plenty of players like Amon-Ra St. Brown, CD Lamb. Those guys are top 2 or 3 every damn year. They're just as consistent as Jamar Chase. And here's the thing. Both of those guys have their QBs. Jamar Chase is playing with Joe Flacco.
Yeah.
And he's on a terrible Bengals just team in general. So whenever you have the number one, why don't you down tier off of that shit? Pick up a plus, add some more firepower to your ammo chest. That way you can use that later on. Let's do that.
Well, I will ask you this. Since we down tiering now, we contending and we down tiering. What we going with Drake London from Jamar Chase? You got Jamar Chase. You want a Drake London? What's the flip package? What we flipping right here? Because we were trying to contend and move up. Now we still contending with Drake London, but we just gaining a little bit more with it, right? So are you as a contender trying to get a pick to down tier from London because you feel like London and Chase is kind of the same value when they both playing, or are you looking for a plus in a player like a running back, a tight end? Where you at with London from the down tier of Jamar Chase?
Well, I think to go from Jamar Chase is an easy 3 firsts. Easy. Just there's no ifs, ands, or buts. 3 firsts. Drake London, easy 2 firsts.
Okay.
So there's at least the first difference.
Yeah.
Always go for the best deal. So if you can get 2 firsts, or you can get Drake London in a first, that's an easy smash accept for me. I ain't thinking twice about it. And you can use that first to buy a lot of different things, him. Absolutely. Now, if you can get a player that's a little bit older on a rebuilder that's worth a little bit more than a first, but they really want that first, so you start to scroll down a little bit. Let's see some of the players who are worth a little bit more than a first, but maybe, just maybe, you could take off of their team. How about an A.J. Brown? If A.J. Brown was on a rebuilding team, would you flip him straight up for a first? I think I might. He might be desperate enough, or she. I guess females do play this game sometimes.
Hey, Rock, we saw this 2 weeks ago. Oh, my bad, Big B. I keep calling you Rock because you look like Rock. You remind me of a guy named Rock.
Oh, he must be a good-looking, sexy man. I tell you what.
He's cooking and he's good-looking, man. I'm going to hook him up with that one. But I'm going to ask you this. We seen in one of our leagues, we seen A.J. Brown go for a first straight up. This was like 2 or 3 weeks ago. And we both kind of scratched our head at it and said, sheesh, that was a That was a tough deal right there at the time. That was when AJ Brown wasn't even really scoring points. So as of today, yes, he had an injury setback with 1 week. The offense seems to be clicking currently. The way Jalen Hurts is balling, Saquon look better, Smitty looks better. Who's to say buying AJ Brown today won't buy you a championship in the future because he just came off a 30-point game a week ago, and we all know he's still that dude. He just hasn't had a chance to do it in this terrible called offense that we're seeing. But Philly might be in their stride, which we talked about this morning with my boy Rock, who's not here tonight. Me and him talked about that of teams catching their stride at the right time. I think Philly wants to win the Super Bowl. They want to lock in the number 1 spot, and they're going to catch their stride right now. What you think about AJ Brown for that first, when you kind of elaborate what you were just saying to down tier from Chase to London and get an AJ Brown? Because essentially that's what that is, right? You selling Chase, London in the first, and then that first turns into London and AJ Brown. So what you think about that AJ Brown straight up for that first and double dipping, man, to move on from Jamar Chase?
I think that would be a great idea. Here's some other players outside of AJ Brown. Maybe you don't like AJ Brown. You know, maybe like you're like
on your screen when you look at your team, you know?
Yeah, AJ Brown's getting buried in the ground. Maybe you don't want to be like big hand, little land, you know, just always thinking about AJ Brown all the damn time, being tormented in his dreams.
Yeah.
Have to say AJ Brown 3 times before he goes to bed. Maybe you want, instead of him, a Xavier Worthy. Maybe you want a Zay Flowers. Maybe you want Slick Rick out of San Francisco. He's coming back. We haven't seen him in a little while, but I would not be surprised if he is the wide receiver 1 in San Francisco from here on out. It's going to be him and George Kittle just shaking hands and be like, all right, we're going to get this shit rolling with CMC. Like, thanks for holding it down for us. So I want to go much further than that. Once you start going into the Jameson Williams, you know what? That's just a fancier version of Matthew Golden, where it's just going to be like, it's going to be real tough sometimes. Michael Pittman isn't too bad. Cortland Sutton or Devontae Adams. You could get Drake London, Devontae Adams, and maybe even another plus on top of that. Devontae Adams, I think, is going to be a huge key from here on out. Never bet against Devontae Adams whatsoever.
That's your guy. That's your guy, man. Well, speaking of golden and everything being golden, why is this not so golden? My boy Dr. B said, tell me what to do with golden, because he doesn't know. I don't think we know. And I remember come draft time, I was staying far, far away from the situation. Jaden Reed is hurt. We know Tucker Kraft is the clear number 1 target / receiver / tight end, or whatever you want to call it on this team. They run first team in the first place, which is Josh Jacobs. And they got Wilson even having a great game yesterday, yards wise. So you got Golden, you got Watson has come back. He had about 12 points out of nowhere. Golden had -1 yards receiving for 1 catch. And I'm not understanding what
is that good or bad? I don't understand football.
I don't understand either, brother, because I don't know what that even stat line even looks like. But I would just say, to ask what we do with Golden, I was staying far away from this guy. And I know other people, you know, he fell to you in the value, you're supposed to take him. I'm not saying don't take him. But I kind of knew a situation like this would happen, man, because when Jaden Reed comes back, which he ultimately will, it's going to look even worse for Golden, man. I really believe it's going to be hard to justify in a lineup league, especially. How do I start this guy? We talk about Jameson Williams. He doesn't even have as much competition around him as Golden when you're talking Watson, Reed, Kraft, Josh Jacobs running the ball. You got Wicks coming out of nowhere, just popping
Don't forget about Romeo Dobbs. He's been their most productive.
I would take right now Jameson Williams consistently over Matthew Golden, and I don't even believe it in my head, but I think looking at the rosters, looking at how much competition Williams faces and how much Golden is going to face with his receiving core, man, it's tough, man. It's tough to know what to do with Golden, so I'm not going to try to figure it out. I'm going to let this guy, Mr. B, hook up Dr. B, because they got this B connection going on. Let us know what we doing with this gold, and is it worth anything, brother, or do we sell it for some silver, man? What we got going on here?
This is what you're going to have to do, Dr. B. Also, I do like your name. What you're going to have to do is pull out that grocery bag and dig into the bottom of it and try to find that receipt. hopefully you can return his ass back to the store that you bought him for, because he ain't going to do anything for you from now until the end of the year.
Yeah.
Maybe he's going to have a few blow-up games, but I tell you what, Romeo Dobbs is going to have a few blow-up games. Tucker Kraft is going to do the best of any of these pass catchers on this team. He and Josh Jacobs and Jordan Love, those are the only three pieces that you want to own. Let me ask you this, Him. This just occurred to me. How many teams can you think of where there's more than three players that you really want to own on that team? Think of the best offenses that you can think of.
I can give you one on the top of my head because I was just down there with this chainsaw guy the other day, man. And the Cowboys. I would say the Cowboys for sure. With Williams.
Cowboys have Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, and Jake Ferguson.
Yeah, and Pickens. So they got about 5 weapons right now that I trust. But outside of that, you give me the good old Chiefs, baby. You know how we.
But here's the thing. What about in Dynasty, though? Do you really care about Javonte Williams past this year? Like, I'm not going to argue with you about George Pickens, CeeDee Lamb, or Dak Prescott. I'm not going to argue with that whatsoever.
Yeah.
But Jake Ferguson and Javonte Williams, they look good now. They might look good next year. Are those players that you're killing yourself to own?
Yeah.
No, you're not absolutely doing that.
I'm with you. Nah, I'm getting where you're coming from. I got you.
Yeah. So name me another team that has more than 3. I think 3 is the top threshold. So if you're going past the top 3 players on a team, man, that's when you're going into just like you're fishing in that Walmart bin up for all those dollar movies, trying to find to see if, I don't know, Stand By Me is on there or something like that. That's what
you're doing. You're looking in dollar movies trying to find a $5 movie. That's pretty much what you're trying to do.
Exactly.
You're looking to find that $5 movie, bro.
So when it comes to the Green Bay Packers, those are the 3. It's Josh Jacobs, it's Jordan Love, and it's Tucker Kraft. I don't want anything to do with these wide receivers because Matt LaFleur has said himself, we are going to give all of our wide receivers the ball. But there ain't going to be no number 1 on our team. I'm sorry about it, Josh Jacobs. You're our number 1. Hopefully you get your shit together and you keep playing at an all-pro level like you have been the last 2 years since you've been in Green Bay. So whenever you trade for players, just ask yourself, are you okay if they're not in the top 3? And if they're not in the top 3, are you going to be okay with just having them this year and next year? And that's it. Outside of that, everything else is just extra.
Well, to answer your question, Dr. B, go to Chick-fil-A on a Sunday. And that's probably the best information I can give you on Matthew Golden, brother. I love you, big dog. But I don't know, man. It's tough. I mean, I gotta roll with it. I just drafted. This is like Caleb Johnson, right? I'm not saying that he's in the same situation because Caleb is 1, a running back. 2, he's in far more in the depths of hell than Matthew Golden is. But the problem is, if it's not best ball, especially, man, I wouldn't know what to do with Golden in a lineup because you're never going to get back what you believe you deserve. And you just gotta ride this one out, bro. You gotta ride this one out. Watson is always hurt. Maybe he gets hurt again. Reed is always hurt. Maybe he comes back and get hurt again, and then Golden finds his way to the top, man. But until then, I would just say the only thing to do with him is to ride it out. Again, go to Chick-fil-A on a Sunday and send the drive-through, brother. That's about the best answer I can give you, big dog, on that one. But we appreciate you sending the question, though. Also,
yeah, you're going to have to get on that express bus to hell with Golden right there. But outside of that, go back to what we were saying earlier. You're going to have to trade cross positionally. If you don't like Golden, go to a wide receiver, go to a QB that's a little bit lower. I would be willing to do Sam Darnold for Matthew Golden. Sam Darnold looks like one of the best QBs in the league. He's ranked below Golden. So if you're on a contender, I'm going to be doing that. But yeah, go to a different position.
I like that call, especially like you said, because the receiver, I'm not trading you another receiver to get Golden back. No. What I will do, though, is like you said, give you a different position, maybe that I have more in favor on my team to get a Golden that I could sit and wait till he blossoms and gloom, and you can go win whatever you need to win right now. So I do like that call, right? I like that cross position. We're going to have to make us some content out of that, man. I like that one. Guys, Had to go back to Jamar Chase. He asked this one earlier when Chase was up, but we're gonna bring him back, man. Jamar Chase to Garrett Wilson plus what? So if you want to, I guess, tear down from Jamar Chase to Garrett Wilson, what are you adding? And I know we just talked about Drake London with the first. Where are you at with Garrett Wilson and Drake London? And I guess that we can kind of answer it the same way if they're as close as we believe.
They're not.
Yeah,
Garrett Wilson is not close to Drake London. Drake London is an easy 2 firsts. Garrett Wilson ain't sniffing that. So if you can do, let me ask you this. Would you do Garrett Wilson plus George Pickens? I wouldn't, because George Pickens is a wide receiver too. I think at the very least, you should do a wide receiver 1 like a Drake London, plus maybe a little bit older, a little bit crustier wide receiver that's also a number 1. Like what we talked about earlier with Devontae Adams.
I say this, man. Jamar Chase getting 19 targets a game, bro. That right there demands more than, I think, a plus. Like, I don't know how you tear down from Jamar Chase right now, man, with what he's getting. I mean, I know he's not locked in receiver 1 because of the situation at quarterback, but the man.
You ever heard of JSN? You ever heard of Emeka Ibuka?
It got to be.
Those are easy.
If I tear down, it can't be as low as Garrett Wilson. It has to be somewhere where the round, like the tier 2, tier 3, and a plus. I can't go to tier 5 and a plus.
When you have the elites of the elite, anyone in the top 2 tiers, you only go down 1 more tier. That's it.
Yep.
That's it. You don't go from tier 1 to tier 4. You don't go from tier 2 to tier 5.
Yep.
You don't do that. You have to stay in the same galaxy. You don't go to a whole other universe, a whole other, different types of plane of existence. And that's what you would be doing if you went from Jamar Chase to Garrett Wilson.
Yeah.
Okay?
I think St. Brown is Drake London. St. Brown is like far as I'm going, man. The lowest I would be going, I don't mind Emeka Ibuka. He looks pretty damn good. I don't mind JSN. Drake London, I don't mind. All those guys are below Amon-Ra St. Brown. I think the lowest that I am willing to go, probably Drake London. Yeah, that's what I said.
I think it would have to be Drake London.
Yeah.
Man, if Brian Thomas Jr., he was right there at the beginning of the offseason.
He was.
And Trevor Lawrence just keeps fucking that up. I can't stand watching him. But Brian Thomas Jr., I hope he turns it around. I really do.
Yeah. Hopefully, that works because that's a tough one, guys, man. If you make that trade happen, if you down tier from Jamal, I would love to hear about it, bro. So let us know if you end up making that happen, man. Crispy said meet him at the dumpster behind Chick-fil-A on Sunday. I think I'm good on that one, brother. But shout out to
some good eating right there. Oh yeah, I love that.
Shout out to you. But I got a couple more players, Rock, and we're gonna get up out of here, man. Hopefully we hook the people up, man. Tonight was definitely you might got to do this one for another one too, Rob, because I know tonight was a theme one and we had a good time. But I do want people to actually try to lock in and try to get these contender teams together. And I will say, inside, we are doing the tight end one this week. Might air it this week, I believe. So we're going to lock in, try to get these tight ends. And my boy Rock, man, hooked up the thumbnail, man. He got a storyline behind it. If you know it like you know it, you read his articles, it's going to be a movie, baby. All right, so we got that coming for y'all. Make sure you tap in for that. But, Rock, I'm going to ring off some names. You let me know what you think. I brought this picture up earlier. Your boy, Derrick Henry, King Henry, baby. We're on the contender team. We're trying to win this championship. He just had a 19-point game, I believe. Lamar Jackson coming back this week. Is it time for the King to get the crown? Where we at with Derrick Henry and what you buying, what you selling to make sure you get that Derrick Henry, your team, to win this championship, big dog?
There are two things, or actually three things, that are for sure going to happen, whether it's in this life or the next life.
Mm-hmm.
It's death, it's taxes, and yes, there are taxes in the afterlife, and Derrick Henry being able to win you a championship. So,
especially in the wintertime, that we know.
Absolutely. This team has not been able to, and the Baltimore Ravens, be themselves for over a month now. Do you know how much pent up energy and juice they have? They're going to unleash that on the NFL from here until the start of the playoffs. So I can't wait to see what Derrick Henry is able to do. Yes, he's had some fumbles, but has he gotten any slower? Has he been able to juke people any less? Has he looked any tougher? None of that stuff has been the case. I will say this, though. The offensive line has not made things easy on Derrick Henry. It has been tough, but I think a huge part of that is with Lamar Jackson being out, the defenses are just loading up 12 men in the box.
Yeah.
On Derrick Henry. You know, it has been unbearable for him. He's only getting 1 yard before he is contacted by defenders. That's one of the lowest in the NFL. So that has been rough. But once Lamar Jackson takes play, gets back on the field, he starts throwing the ball deep downfield. I think things are going to get way better and way easier for these Baltimore Ravens, and especially for Derrick Henry.
Nah, I believe it too, bro. And I know Christian McCaffrey had a down week. Derrick Henry had a down season. But I believe if you're trying to win a championship, if you're ever going to buy those guys, this is the time, especially after a down week for CMC. I'm not saying that people are going to just dome to you down because he had one bad week. But
yeah,
this is the best time because last week or the week before, you damn sure couldn't get him. So you do your best.
Get him for less than a first. There ain't no one cheaper that is his talent than Derrick Henry.
Exactly. Go get you some Derrick Henry. King Henry right now. Last year, he was going for a first, and he won you league. So this year, if you can get him for close to a first or a first, man, the latest first, early second, let's lock that in, baby. We try and get this championship, and I believe it's the king time. It's coming up, Rock. Playoff time is almost here. It'll be here before you know it. I just checked and realized we was in week 9 already, man. So it's time to start locking in. And I want to say I know that I hated this. I talked to ATM earlier, man, about these names. And he said it was just YouTube. I tried to see if it was this channel or something. I don't know what's going on with him, but this is DR, I believe, because I remember the place to be. DR, let me know if it's you, big dog. I believe it's you. You changed the D from the logo, though. I want to say change the logo. We're trying to get these names together, Rob. We know we got to remember our people, man. There we go. I know it was DR. See, I remember the new name, but that you changed the logo on me, big dog. I got you. I appreciate you. But we're going to get up out of here in a quick second. I'm going to ask one more contending question.
This is for
the pretenders, not the contenders, baby.
Make it a good one. Give me a real good one.
There we go. Tight end. We're going to talk tight end. I want to know, as a contender, we know tight ends don't matter in this league. That's what we always hear, right? But as a contender, what do you do if you have those, let's just say, I'm going to throw my man out there, the Kyle Pitts. You have the, I don't want to say too many names. Let's just say the inconsistency of not knowing I got a locked in tight end. How much does the tight end position matter to you when you got receiver cover, running back cover, tight end cover, but the tight end is like, man, every week I might get this. What are you willing to do as a contender to say, I need everything covered to win this championship and tight end is my last spot? Well, could we write this? My boy's cooking up this week. Where we at with tight end on a contending team? We're going to get up out of here on that one.
This is the nice thing about tight end. They are never, ever going to cost you an arm and a leg the same way all the other positions do. Because a lot of the best ones, we talk about George Kittle, we talk about Travis Kelce, we talk about players like them who on any given Sunday will be a top 2 to 4 tight end. Absolutely. They will put up the same amount of points as Trey McBride. They will put up the same amount of points as Brock Bowers or Tyler Warren or Tucker Kraft, and they're not going to cost you nearly the same amount whatsoever. So I think the best way to be able to go about it is that you do have those QBs locked in. You have your 2 elite QBs, or you have 1 elite QB, and then you have 1 elite production QB. You got your Baker Mayfields, you got your Jared Goffs, maybe even your Daniel Jones. Holy shit, I can't believe I'm saying that. But that just happens to be the case. So you got your QBs locked. You got your 1 or 2 elite wide receivers. You got enough depth at wide receiver. You got your 1 or 2 elite RBs, and you got a couple that are backups, just in case things go a little bit sideways like they always do at the end of the year. So the last position you need is a tight end. So if you have a Hunter Henry, you have, when he gets back from injury, a Brenton Strange, and then you have whoever T-Rock's going to be cooking up when he goes in those deep into those analytics and he tells you who to buy just this week, that is the last position you want to get into. But I think those are one of the easiest ones to trade for. I tell you what, at the end of last year, I was trading firsts, a first and a second for George Kittle and Josh Jacobs. Man, that was a hell of a deal right there. And maybe giving up another older piece or a veteran piece just to make that deal go through. There are lots of moves like that that will always be available at the end of the year. But you can get some massive production at discounted prices. No other position is able to do that. It's tight end, and the next closest is RB. Wait till the end of the year to be able to make those trades.
That's why I wanted to bring that up, bro. I don't want anybody to wake up tomorrow and try to sell their soul for a tight end to win a championship, baby. Unless we're talking, think about this, and I'm going to end it with this one. Round 1, tight end premiums. We've seen Brock Bowers go before Jamar Chase over the summer. Like, we've seen Trey McBride has been consistent, but we've seen, like, outrageously ranked tight ends go crazy spots, right? We thought TJ Hawkinson, breakout season. TJ Hawkinson, he's going to go crazy. Evan Ingram, the Joker, he's going to go crazy in his offense. All of this tight end. I'm not saying they don't matter, but we also heard Hunter Henry, Jake Ferguson, man.
Dallas Goedert.
Man, don't nobody want them. This we want. We want did. So I'm just saying all that to say, play it like the running back position. Wait till the last minute if you have to, but never sell your soul for that contending tight end, because Tyler Warren is a guy this year. Could be somebody else next year, baby. That's just how I usually work at that position for whatever reason. Probably going to be Kyle Pitts, man, because I'm going to holler at the GOATs. I'm going to sacrifice a couple lambs tonight, and we going to get my boy a tight end 1. But we got Big B in the building. Beetle Me is here. Him, Kruger is in the building, and I done forgot my damn graphic that I wanted to put up all damn night. I finally found it, and I got a flip-flop right quick. Boop, do that. Okay, boom. There we go. Now, is it still frozen? I can't move. It
looks great. It looks great. It's not frozen.
It's not letting me.
Oh my God. Now he had to go off and kill himself just to get the show looking exactly the way he wanted. I hope it was worth it, him. Oh my God. Now it's just going to be complete chaos. I get to talk about whatever it is I want. Oh my God.
Let me scroll down. There we go. All right. I had to get myself out to get back in. So now we here. We good to go. But we are getting up out of here. So I will just say, man, I appreciate my boy Beetle Meat. That's the third time saying it. So it's time to get your ass out of here.
Oh my God.
Him Kruger is in the building, baby. This is the Halloween special. I will say, hopefully we didn't lose so many people because my boy was in full character mode. We understand that it was a parental advisory, but it's all good. It's all fun. It's what we came here to do, man. Give y'all some love. Hopefully we gave you the information you needed. And look out for that tight end premium video coming out this week, because it is dropping. And everything else we got going on, man, we're going to keep it rolling, keep it going. Appreciate the ones that want to be here and appreciate the ones that just check in, man. We need all the love. We ain't mad at that. Hit that like and subscribe, baby, and get us up out of here, man, one time, brother.
Well, I do appreciate you guys, but I do got to go. I got some garlic bread in the microwave and a Demogorgon date from the Upside Down on our way. Afterwards, if you guys like this content, maybe you can tune into my content on Only Cryptids. I'm going to get it on with the Mothman and the three-way, the Chupacabra, and the Jersey Devil. So you make sure you tune into that. And I absolutely appreciate you guys. I appreciate you, him, Kruger. And hopefully we ruined all your teams tonight. Hopefully I never see your asses in contention. And you just stay in the bottom, in the basement, in the subterranean realm from here until forever. So fuck you guys. You all have a great night.
We out of this thing, baby.
Play that trick on me.
BeetleJuice out of here. Hold on now. There we go. We up out of this thing. I'm working left-handed. I have my glove on the right hand. We out of this thing for real this time. Catch you next week, baby. I think the devil on my shoulder, he ain't trying to see me